2 minutes for anyone to jump on. And also, we're on a ridge top now. We go down to the valley. Okay. They'll actually boot you if you do, or if they catch you. Oh, it's reconnecting. Oh, we got already service. Oh, still gotta have one person watching. So I must, I don't know. Do I have to have Wi-Fi on? Hello, Michael. We're on our way. Oh my. And buckets. I got all the essentials, guys. Horse treats. Got this stuff. Let's see what else we got. We're hitting some kind of crazy road construction, so this is pleasant. We're on a detour right now, right? Oh, I thought we were taking a detour. But there's road construction, so this is pleasant. Hi, PJ. So we're on the way. We're about an hour from the place. So when I thought I'd pop on a live, but when we actually get there, I can't have the phone out at all. Ooh, there's a horse and sheep. Cute. So I can't have the phone out at all. So we'll probably we'll do a live when we get home, I'm sure. But
pull off and do something.
Well, yeah, we'll have to pull off. Yeah, we'll have to pull off to check them. Like, I don't know how much we check when we're there. I think they just load them. So once he is loaded and once we're off the property, then we can actually go in the back and make sure he's good. I also got some. It's in the back. We stopped, and in that red bucket, I got some probiotic paste because I think we're going to give it to him. I'm going to try to give it to him before, because it's supposed to help with anything when they have like stomach upset, and most horses get that when they travel. So we have that to give him. Off somewhere so then we can show you guys. I know, I'm surprised that we actually have a connection here because I wasn't really sure. So it's kind of cool.
Cows have good Wi-Fi.
The cows have good Wi-Fi. It hasn't been a bad drive so far. It's kind of like overcast, cloudy. Probably going to hit rain on the way home, but it is what it is. We don't have too far to go. I'll only have, 2 hours in the trailer. That's not bad at all. So, yeah. But I have everything pretty much set up. Besides, this is his water tub. So when I get home, I'll have to set up the water tub and fill the hay net. I didn't fill it ahead of time because I didn't know what the rain was going to do. It shouldn't get wet, but I didn't fill it, and the chickens were being dumb about the hay. So I didn't fill it ahead of time. So I'll fill his hay net, fill the water when he gets home, put him in, and just let him get used to the surroundings for a couple days. Not do a whole lot, but I'll do lives to show you guys, and I'll interact with him somewhat, but it just takes a couple days for them to actually get settled, and I'm sure the other horses are going to be really curious. I have no idea what that is. We are on our way to a kill pen to pick up a kill lot horse. So I was trying to think which number this would be, because we Slim Jim, Big John, Little John, Moo, Lovey. This will be the 7th bale from the kill pen. So this is the first bale from this kill pen. All of the other ones have been from a kill pen in Wisconsin. This one is in Minnesota. So, and this is the first one that I've gone on. Normally, Michael here, normally he picks them up and does that all himself. But this time I get to go with. Hey, Donna Lee, we're on our way. We're en route, less than an hour from our destination. So, so yeah, we'll get him out, and then we'll do hopefully a live, and show him quick, and we got to give him some probiotic paste and check him over. Hopefully he strangles. I shouldn't bank on him getting it, but I just do. Hopefully that hasn't set in yet, because if it has, it's gonna make traveling suck a lot more for him. For Lovey, she was good when Mike picked her up, and then she literally, it hit her while she was in the trailer coming home, because of the stress of trailering. Waving to driver. Yeah, that's my husband, Chief Navigator. But Magic Mike. Yeah, he's pretty good. Donna Lee gives you a shout out, dear.
There's a milk plant there.
He used to haul milk up here. He used to drive for Plainview. Oh. He used to drive a milk truck, so he knows this area. He knows directions really well too. If I had to come pick up horses, I'd get lost. That's why I married Michael.
That's the only reason.
No, that's not the only reason. There's more reasons, but thank God he has a sense of direction, because I do not. top things that I'm worried about. Top things that I'm worried about would be, number one, really, like, if you look in his mouth, and I don't think this would be the case because he has good body condition, but if his teeth are like all wonky. Second would be if he's like, if they drugged him to get the video and he's actually like a crazy horse. That would be really difficult. A kicker or a biter. Like, there's certain things that you can like handle and work through, and certain things that are like, oh boy, that would be very hard, especially because I have kids. So we're hoping for none of that. Hello, Felix. Felix. I like that. I like the name Felix. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna name him, but
Dave.
Mike says this every time we get a horse. We should name it Dave. Every single horse, even the girl horses, we could name it Dave.
Amen.
We've never named one Dave because I think Dave is not a good name for a horse. I don't think Dave is a good name for any animal. I don't.
That's why you would name it Dave.
That's why he says that's why you would name it Dave. The thing about him is we get them.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and I just don't. I'm gonna go take Dave for a ride. I'm gonna go out and ride Dave. Star is a good name. Star is a good name for a horse. The thing is that usually they end up fitting a name, and it's usually not the one that I think, oh, I want to name this horse this, and that's not how it works. They end up picking their own name, like Mr. Moo. Who names a horse Moo? But you guys all have to admit, he fits his name to a T absolutely perfectly. Mr. Moo Moo, Mr. Moo Cow. So Rosie came with her name, and it fit her good, really good. And I guess we did name John before John was still inside for him. And I had a Big John, and he looked so like chunky. He looked like a little Belgian. So I technically named him before, and it stuck. Little John. Rosie. Lovey we named after she came. Moo we named after he did. Big John was named after he came, and Slim Jim was named after he came to our house. But the kids did pick Mr. Moo Moo. That was a child pick name. And Rosie, I said we could rename her, but the kids liked Rosie and they liked her name. And she had that name for all her life, so it just stayed. Yeah, that's just it. Donnelly is like, it's just gonna take some time, and that's all right. That's all right. We have time, but even for like riding and stuff, I was watching a lady that like does this kind of stuff, and I kind of get where she was coming from. She's like, I don't, unless they're in really, really, really poor shape, I don't really give them a break. I try to ride them pretty quickly after I get them, because I want to establish that right away, because sometimes for some horses, if they get a long break, they can be rusty then when you try to ride again. And I agree with that, I think, to an extent, just to make sure, but at the same time, if you don't build any connection with them, I feel like they're much more hesitant and a little more worried. Also, when you first get them, I would say over the first week, for sure not, because they're trying to figure out their relationship with week, 2 weeks. As long as they're in quarantine, I wouldn't ride, because they haven't met the other horses, and so they're not more sure of their surroundings. I found if they're nervous about being in a new place, wind turbine. So I don't think I'm going to be waiting 3-4 months to ride the horse. not a super long time, but definitely a little while. Hey, the lady from Fleet Farm is on here. Hi, Linda. Linda just sold us our stuff at Fleet Farm.
Seriously?
Yeah, she's on here. She says, thank you for stopping at Fleet Farm. Oh yeah, we got our supplies in here. I got this shirt actually from there for $5. And then we got some supplies in here. We needed some more fencing materials. So we got some more fencing stuff, and Michael got the bug hook killer, and I got the probiotics to give him on the way home so that we can for the ride. Oh, it's reconnecting, and I have one bar. Do you have good service? Oh, back. We might be in and out here just because we're on the road. Yeah, you don't, like, I've tried to reiterate too, like, just because he looks outside doesn't mean, because he doesn't look as bad as some of the other ones that have gotten. He doesn't look nearly as bad as some of the other horses that we bailed. Like, his feet don't look like they're in bad condition, but that doesn't always mean that they're good. Sometimes, like, the struggle is a lot more than the external. So I'm excited too, Donnelly. I'm trying to, especially like when we get there, I have to like contain my excitement because horses can sense your energy, and I don't want an overly bouncy horse getting into the trailer. So when we get there, and I think I'm also, my excitement is mixed and suppressed by nerves, to say the least. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to stay calm. See, Mike usually picks up, and Mike doesn't have any trouble trailering. Never has any issues. I think that's because look at him, he's calm as a cucumber. I'm usually off the walls. So maybe I should stay in the truck and you should load the horse, because he never has any problems trailering. Like, except Big John was a rough one. When we moved him home, because he stayed in quarantine, and when we moved him home, he was bad. I'm like a kid. Are we there yet? Yeah, same.
43 minutes.
43 minutes. So I'll probably jump off. We'll have some snacks, and we'll be back on after he is out. So our next live will probably be in about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, but about an hour. And we will be with him. It will probably not be super long because we want to get him home. We'll give him his probiotics and just check him over in the trailer and make sure he's good. And then we'll be on our way home. And then hopefully we'll do a live when we get back home. Of just bringing him out of the trailer. But we're going to put my horses out in pasture while we bring him in, just to make it go smoothly, and get him set up without the other horses bugging him. And there's a couple things that we have to set up, but yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. Wolf dogs. Woohoo, 43 minutes. All right, so we'll see you guys back in about an hour with a horse. Hang on. I'm trying to cross my fingers and I can't do it without the help of my other hand. See you guys soon.